All right, we're at a no heating call here, and it's not the main house. I was wrong about that. It's this little garage apartment back here on top of that garage there. So I'm gonna pull down out of the other tenant's place. I guess both of these are rented out separately. And I wonder what in the world heats this thing. We're fixing to find out. Boy, that was a heavy door. Old wooden thing. It looks like one of these old floor furnaces. Big Harley and whatever else is right in the way for us to get to it. And look at that long horizontal run of double wall on a draft hood style heater. There is no induced draft. And I'm not so sure that's going to have a 1/4 inch per foot of rise on it. Now on an induced draft, you can have a little bit of horizontal as long as you've got more vertical than you do horizontal. And I guess that's how they're considering this to be okay, is that long vertical pipe out there. But I'll tell you what now, they got a lot of stuff in the way here for us to get to that valve. Looks like the type you can light from above. It's got that long rod coming down through. So I wonder if it's even lit. Definitely a standing pilot, gravity drafted floor furnace. Been a long time since I fooled with one of these. Let's see what we can do. Not sure I understand what in the world all these panels are. These windows. I don't know if maybe that used to be just a carport out there and they added that door. That door looks like it's from the daggum 50s though. This is old style stuff back here. I don't really understand this partition here, but that doesn't really matter. I moved the bike up a little bit. I got this thing, there's not enough room for it. I don't have a small ladder with me, so I just got it leaned against the pole here. See if I can get up here and look at this thing. Oh, the pilot's lit. Sure is. So I wonder. We might have some simple problem here. Thinking it must be either that old valve or the thermopile. So this thing probably will not have a actual thermocouple. It'll be this, and that'll be called a thermopile. And I don't know if that's the right word for it or not. Thermopile is what we used to call them, that sticks up in the flame there, and the friction of the pilot actually generates enough millivolts to give you some control voltage, and you can open that valve. All right, so I just wedged the wire down in there where it would simulate the thermostat being on. And she did the little old slow release. And it fired up. And the thermostat may already, yep. So it's already calling in the house. So when I unhooked it, yep. So that's bad news. When a valve can stick closed, it can stick open. I had the camera off at the time, and I just basically did that, and it fired up. So I don't feel like hunting up an old thermopile type valve and replacing it, but I guess I better. Let's call around and see who's got one. And right now it's cutting off and on. I did it about 5 times in a row with the wire nut there. I just don't feel safe leaving it. So I'm gonna get on the phone and see what I can do about that. All right. She must be still on, because I feel it. There's the striker. Yep. It went out. Pilot stayed on, so let's go see if it fires back up. I called around to 2 places. Tried to call 3 or 4, I guess, but not everybody is knowledgeable on the subject. This old stuff. I think I heard it. That limit right there's got us turned off, or keeping it off. I think I see the pilot still burning. See it right through that little window. Yep. So it's still lit. There's also a high limit here. Sometimes the connection on those things gets a little bit compromised. She ain't coming back on. Okay, so these two limits just make a loop through, and the millivolts just goes through all this. So one of these is open because that red wire right there, all it does is loop from that one to that one. And this black wire and this white wire need to touch if both of these are closed. So I don't know if you heard it or not, but when we touch these together, it fires up. Yep. Thusly. So now we just got to figure out which one of these is open and possibly get our hands on one of those, or figure out there's no way that thing is hot enough to open. I'm just wondering if we need them both. Tell you, you just don't want to monkey with a gas appliance. You want to leave it as is. It could be a problem for you later if not. So let's go get us a jumper wire and we'll put these back in line one at a time and at least figure out which one's open. Okay, so all I did was clean these spades on these. Boy, they're aggravating to get in there too. And now it's cutting off and on every time. So I don't know, this, I don't know if me knocking on the valve down there vibrated this up here enough to make it fire up or what, but there appears to just be a connection issue. So I'm gonna sit here and watch it burn and watch these things get good and hot. I'm gonna stay here long enough that, if they're indeed heating up to open, I think we just got connection issues here. Basically just need servicing. Maintenance is just old and left alone for too long. And also, I kept hearing something in here, stirring around, like, you know, something alive. And what do you know? There is something alive in here. Toucan Sam. Wonder if he'll talk to us. Hello. Yeah, he's not really wanting to talk to me. I bet if I stick my finger in here, he might wake up. Yeah, I ain't getting ready to do that. Let's see if we can stick the camera in there. He's a pretty bird. I just don't think he wants anything to do with me. How you doing there, Jimmy? Polly want a cracker? I don't know what that is. I guess it's a toucan. He don't like strangers, so maybe we better leave him alone. Let's see where we got this thing set. Might have it too high. $70. Well, I don't think we need a valve. I think it's just those connections, and possibly one of those limits is opening when it shouldn't, but we'll hang around here about 10 minutes and see if it stays on.